Hey guys, so today I'm gonna be basically just telling you guys about how I found out that I am diabetic, and this intro is just amazing. um okay, I guess I'll just explain it. Oh my god, why am I so bad at this? Okay. Okay, so I am 13 right now, and I found out that I had diabetes. Why am I saying diabetes like that? Okay. I found out I had diabetes when I was 11 in 2021. Actually, my diabetes anniversary is coming up this December because I think I got diagnosed December 27th, maybe. Uh, it might have been a little bit before that, but I don't know. Near Christmas. So yeah. Okay, but basically everything started in November of 2021. So basically the beginning of November, I think. By the way, I don't remember very much of what happened, so I don't have much to go off of. Just the little bits of what I remember and what my parents told me. So yeah. Okay, so the beginning-ish of November, I started feeling really sick, but my mom didn't really think of that much about it, because flu season or whatever, and my dad at the time was in a different state, so there wasn't much he could do. So yeah. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. But yeah, I started feeling sick. I was constantly nauseous. My head hurt, my stomach hurt. I didn't feel good. And that happened until Thanksgiving. And then my dad came to visit for Thanksgiving break. And I just remember spending Thanksgiving in bed all day feeling like crap. And yeah, I just I could barely even go on my phone. I felt so bad. So yeah, I was basically just laying in bed feeling like death. And then my dad went back to his other state. um, yeah. And then I still felt like crap. Until December. And the funny thing that me and my family kind of joke about sometimes is that my dad said before he went home for after Thanksgiving break, he said he didn't know if he would be able to come back to visit us for Christmas, and so with me getting diagnosed, I made him come down for Christmas. So yeah, but I don't know why that was necessary, but yeah, I had to mention that for some reason. Anyways, oh my god, what was I saying? Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, so and then in December I still felt like crap. And then it was, I think, December 23rd at almost 3 in the morning that I felt like I was about to faint. And for 2 weeks leading up to this point, I was only drinking milk and Kool-Aid. I don't know why, that's just what I wanted to drink. I didn't drink any water. So I was like, okay, I'm probably just really dehydrated. Since I haven't had water in 2 weeks. So I got up to get some water, and then I, like, couldn't stand up. Like, I just couldn't. I felt like I was gonna fall over. So I had to crawl to the kitchen to try and get water. And my family is poor. We are not bougie. We don't have a fridge that has like a water dispenser thingy in it. And sink water is gross. So we get those like big, like this big of plastic water bottles in the fridge. Or like we put them in the fridge. And so yeah, I was gonna get that out of the fridge to pour it into a cup and drink it, because that's what you do with water, you drink it. So yeah, I was gonna get water, but then I noticed there was no water in the fridge, and I didn't know where the water was. So I crawled to my mom's room, and I was just like, Mom, I need water. And she was like half asleep because it was like 3 a.m. And she was like, okay, I got water over there. Drink it. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I just drank it out of the jug. Yeah, and then I didn't feel good enough to crawl back to the living room where I had been hibernating for the last week, because for some reason I didn't want to be in my room. And so, yeah, sorry, I'm really enjoying this spinny chair, so I'm gonna spin around a little bit. Anyways, yeah, so I didn't feel good enough to go back to the living room that was literally, it's right there, because this used to be my parents' room at the time, or, well, my mom's room, and the living room is right there. And I was, like, over there, and I couldn't crawl over there. So, yeah, it was really bad. So my mom just, like, threw some pillows and blankets down to me on the floor, and I just slept on the floor. And then the next thing I remembered, I was in the hospital, and it felt like a fever dream, because, like, everything was bright white, like, bright white, like I was seeing Jesus or something. But instead of Jesus, I saw my aunt. Okay, so I was like right here, my aunt was like right there in front of me, and my mom was like right here, like on the side of me. And I just remember waking up like, I have to go to the bathroom. And obviously I wasn't stable enough to get up and go to the bathroom, because I think I was just in a coma. I don't know for sure. The doctors were, like, horrible at that hospital. They didn't tell my mom anything. Like, they weren't explaining anything to her, which was awful. Obviously. Okay, so, yeah. And then, so since I couldn't get up to go to the bathroom, I had a catheter. So my mom and aunt tried to tell me that, but I didn't know what that was. So they were like, you have a catheter, you could just go to the bathroom. And I was like, huh? And so the only way they knew how to explain it to me was that I was wearing a big kid diaper. And these were my exact thoughts, okay? I just, like, looked at them, and in my head I was just like, I'm too big for a diaper. I'm 11. I'm not gonna pee my pants like a baby. Half in a coma me was very salty about having to use a diaper. So instead of using the diaper, I just went back to sleep, which may or may not have made me go back into a coma. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it did, though. So, yeah. Oh my god, it's already been like 10 minutes. I talk way too much. Okay, anyways. So, yeah. And for some reason, the hospital that my mom took me to doesn't take care of kids. So they had to put me in an ambulance and send me to another hospital like 2 hours away. And then my mom and aunt had to drive there. Also, at this point, my dad was on a plane trying to come back to me because his daughter was like low-key dying. So yeah. And I remember waking up in the ambulance a few times, which again felt like a fever dream, and everything was really bright, and all I could see was like directly in front of me, which was a nurse, I assume, because they were wearing scrubs and in the back of the ambulance with me, so kind of assume it was a nurse. Whatever. And for some reason I was so fascinated by their hair, and it, no offense to this nurse, but like their hair was kind of basic. It was, and emo. It was like swooped to the side, and it was all black, but then a few strips of like purple and blue and maybe pink. I don't really remember, but I was so fascinated by it. I thought it was so cool that I would just wake up every so often and just be like, eh. And just like stared at the nurse's hair. So yeah. And then after that, I don't remember waking up in the other hospital. I just remember one day I was in the hospital. One day I was in the ambulance, and then one day I was in the hospital and knew basically what was happening. So, yeah, I don't really remember waking up from the coma. Which, yeah, I don't know if I actually said it, but I was in a coma for like 3 days. So, yeah. This hospital for kids that I was at was a lot better, and they actually explained what was happening, you know? Crazy, I know. Can't believe they did that. So, yeah. And, yeah, I just remember waking up and knowing that I had diabetes, and I was like, wait, what? I have diabetes? And also, like a few months after, this all happened at like the beginning of 2022, I found out that like a lot of people that I know have type 1 diabetes too. And apparently it was this big secret that I didn't get to know until I was a part of the diabetes club or something, because I had no idea about any of the people that had diabetes. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, I don't know, I guess that's like basically it. Yeah, I had diabetes, have diabetes, whatever. Yeah. Okay, for Jen, the person who asked me to make this video, I hope that was good enough for you. Even though it's probably really bad and I'm gonna hate having to edit it. But yeah. Bye.